Mad Max, to say Dre over Melo is crazy when Dre wins you 40 games without Steph and Clay. No. What we doing here? Yo,
I don't judge players by floor raising ability because I don't care about making bad teams average. I care about making good teams great. And Draymond Green does that better than Carmelo Anthony, which is why I care about what he brings to a team more than Carmelo. But yeah.
That's kind of unfair because Melo was never part of a situation.
And I believe no, because I don't need to go based on what Carmelo is in. I can look at Carmelo's game, an isolation scorer, a weak playmaker, a bad defender, and I assume it's a hypothetical. I assume Carmelo on a great team with those skills would be less valuable to than Draymond Green on a great team, because I'm assuming Carmelo Anthony, if your team is great, Carmelo's not going to be your best scorer on that team, in my opinion. He's also going to make your defense worse, and he needs the ball, but he's a bad playmaker, so he's automatically lowering the ceiling of that team. Whereas Draymond Green, to me, can only boost the ceiling of that team because he's the best defender of this generation. He's a great passer. He works with other superstars because he doesn't need the ball to score. And he does all the little things. He's a great rebounder and all of those things where I think he'd be more valuable, which is why I think Draymond Green is a better player than Carmelo.
So what I'm hearing is that since Draymond Green complements it well, just like a role player would, that's why he's a better ceiling raiser. The way I'm looking at it is if Carmelo Anthony is on the team, look at the 2009 Nuggets, for instance. They went and battled against the Los Angeles Lakers with Chauncey Billups as a guy. So we put Carmelo Anthony on a team that is able to be ceiling raised. So let's say we put him on the Clippers, Los Angeles Clippers. That's a team that definitely could contend to titles, and they could possibly win titles because they have a player like Chris Paul, they have a defense set, and he'll be the best scorer on that team. So I think it's just kind of disingenuous to be like, oh, well, I see he can floor raise, but he can't ceiling raise.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying Melo couldn't be successful in these situations, by the way. Like, Melo on the Clippers, he has all the chance to win a title. I think Draymond Green is still more valuable.
It's weird though because these are two completely different players.
Yeah, you said it was based off.
They do completely different things.
You said it was based off a hypothetical, and I understand and acknowledge that you're saying that it's based off a hypothetical. But then I could just go around and say, well, damn, if I put a team perfectly constructed for Carmelo Anthony, him as my number one option, I think that's more valuable for me and my team to winning a championship than Draymond Green. Because we only seen Draymond Green as a role player. We only seen Draymond Green as a role player.
If he was drafted to Detroit.
Oh man, Draymond Green wouldn't even be in discussion.
No. I'm talking about both of them. Actually, it's funny you said
Carmelo Anthony.
If Carmelo was drafted to Detroit with Chauncey, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, and if he would have went and started at the 4, Chauncey was just said this a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
that it would have been a whole different Carmelo.
Yeah,
not only would he have been able to maximize his talents on that team, but he would have been taught how to play the game more in a team facet, playing with those vets above him, and he wouldn't have
also what you're doing, Mars, you're saying Draymond Green in the role that he was as a third option. I mean, maybe you could be right. Him as a third option is better than Melo.
What does third option mean? What does third option mean?
Like the third scorer.
Oh, okay.
Third scorer. You want to say he was the second best player? I know you hold that dear to yourself.
So the option is only a scorer.
Yeah, that's
I mean, if you want to define it as that, I'm not going to be mad at you for defining it as that. At the end of the day, Draymond Green
define it as that.
Okay, I've defined it like that. You could define it how you want. I'm not going to have this debate with you though.
Debonair's on top.
Debonair, bro. I'm on your team, bro.
My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Friendly fire.
All I'm saying is
my back.
My bad. You're seeing Draymond Green and him as essentially a role player and how impactful he was, which I agree with. But if they're on the same sphere and Melo's the leading guy for his team, Draymond's the leading guy for his team, I'm leaning more towards Melo and his team, in my opinion.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. You're the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.